lucid moments, but this has been the longest yet, and she is eating. She is eating. Not well. She's having a lot of trouble swallowing, and I'm kind of wondering if oh, there you go. So good. There you go, little sweetheart. I'm wondering if the fox actually did some more damage to the neck than we realised, so we'll see. But you saw it here. If you want to go and make sure that we... Oh, did you hear that? She clucked a little bit. I'll move closer so you can hear. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Cluck, 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 cluck.
Are we going to go to the shop soon?
I've already gone.
Oh.
Live streaming done. Okay.
Oh, shit. It's hot down here.
Yeah, it is. Turn on the aircon, but when it starts making an unholy racket, that's when we turn it off. That's the way. Right. So there we go. Well, there you are. See? She might go and start eating again.
Boudica?
They've started calling her Boudica, by the way. There's nobody on at the moment, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Eye open. Okay, for those who are wondering why we're looking at a chicken, it's because she has been attacked by a fox, and we thought she wouldn't survive. And now, even though the eyes are closed, which is usually a sign of, deadness, she isn't dead. She's very alive. She's just resting. Beautiful plumage, this Norwegian blue. Also the comb, if you've had a look at some of the previous pictures, you'll realise, there you are. You're having trouble with your neck. You're definitely having trouble. Hello there, cute. How you doing? This is an Opal channel, but we've rescued a chicken, in case you're wondering what's going on. Yeah, she was attacked by a fox, and so we've had to patch her up, and she, over the last 3 or 4 days, has been critically ill. We've been wondering whether she'd survive at all. And even though she's looking pretty droopy now, this is far better than she's been for quite some time. So that's why we're looking at a chicken. But basically, we'll go away from the chicken for the time being. Close this down. She's perfectly free to wander if she wants to. It's just, she's bloody sick. So I'm putting her in the cage for the time being. Right. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. We've just started cooking the dinner, and the birds, the other birds, not the chicken, have been...
What does she have on her?
The bounty.
She's not white chocolate, is she?
I doubt it. No, the bounty chocolate, no. Guess what I got for you, little birdies? Do you want to... Okay, do you want to give it to them? You can if you want. No? Okay. So what we do with this is basically... Of course, it's the toughest one to break ever. There we go. Got it. This was cheap at the shops, so I thought I'll get it. That's the pill counter for...
You want some garlic, Dad?
No, it's alright. I'm trying to cut down.
Show them my garlic.
Yeah, you can show them garlic if you want.
Look at my beautiful garlic.
Beautiful garlic. Whoop. There we go. Looking at garlic. Right. Making a racket. Turn it off. Turn it off. Just straight off. No, red button. Right. Okay. No, turn it off completely and leave it for a few minutes. We'll get there, don't you worry. I know. It's quite warm here, and the air conditioner's not coping at the moment. Also, that tube there is too small for it. I've got to replace it with a bigger one. Now, Max, which one would you like? Which corn would you like? That one? Right. Loki, you are left with this one. Right, we will be seeing these birds later. We'll just do one quick check on the chicken because, like, all of us pretty much check the chicken every 5 minutes now. For those people who, like, I've been doing the YouTube analytics, and basically the average view time is 19 seconds, so I'm presuming that whoever's on now doesn't know there's a chicken there. Ah, hello, guten Tag.
German?
No, Austrian.
German, but with more freedoms.
Did you hear that? Apparently Emma likes Austrians. She said German but with more freedoms.
Is Happy back yet?
I don't know.
Alright. I'm building shoes.
Yeah, well, I'm building shoes too.
Well, no, I figured out it's a way to stop my knee from being in tape.
Oh, good.
I've got the tape alternative.
Here's what I'm doing. This is steel capping for my thongs. So what I'll do is I'll put this on the bottom of my thongs and then over the top here where my feet go, so that I don't pierce my feet with pieces of metal. I'm just going to stick this in here like that. And that way your thongs last for way longer. Right, let's go to the opals. Well, I would like it to be noisier, that chicken. Right. In case you're interested, my seahorsey friend, we've got some opals from Caleb. Well, in Germany. Well, doesn't that explain a few things? Yeah, I was in Germany for, I was in the airport in Munich, and was it Munich that the airport's in? Yeah, I think so. And I think I told you before, I was in the Alps, and so I went and visited the Eagle's Nest, and apparently the Eagle's Nest kind of is on the border, and so we crossed over for a few minutes and crossed back. So that's my experience of Germany. The rest of it was Austrian, Salzburg, the other Salzburg. You know that we did the Sound of Music tour, then we did the Bach tour. The Bach tour looked suspiciously the same as the Sound of Music tour. My mother was happy. So, what have we got here? We've got these guys. I'll try and give you a bit of an update on what's been happening. I got Bailey's opals, which is good. And so we've got this guy here. Let me show you. Oh, I've got my special piece of material, haven't I, somewhere? That makes it able to actually see it. No, I've left it somewhere. Oh, well. Oh, then here it is. So much stuff to remember when you're live streaming. There we go. Now. I've got this brave Sir Robin in my head now. So there you go. You can see the colours in this thing. I'm going to wet it again. You know, that's not exactly the best of the... There we go. I'll try back from here. It's a bit better. And you can't see the opal. Oh, there's the opal. There's the opal. Thought I saw a crack in there, actually. I'll have a look at that very closely in a minute. I think it's over where the potch is, but if you notice that the... Oh, did you? No, I didn't do a course in carriage. We did the... Like, they had all the people who were dressed up as musicians and Mozart. You know, and we did all the Mozart concertos, which was quite... Like, it was touristy. I don't like doing touristy things. Basically, my idea of going to a country is go to the shop and go, was ist das? Zwei bitte. Or try, anyway. I do whatever I can to see if I can get by with the locals and at least eat. So I do that, but my mother loves doing the tourist stuff, and so she loved looking at the powdered wigs and all that sort of stuff. Where was I? I was in what's Czechoslovakia broken into? The Czech side of things. We were there. We were in Prague for a while. It was in the middle of winter, but it was a very mild winter. I think it was around 2017, that kind of time. No, it was 2013. Wow, a long time ago. Anyway, it was when there was a rather mild winter, and we went around in the carriage, and they had a little thing that blew hot air into the back seat of an open carriage. It was a very strange experience for me because, like, we're Australian and we don't have to worry about such trifles. And even if it was pretty cold, we just wind up the windows. And then I did my PhD research over in Hungary, in Gdulu, near Sissy's Palace. That might remind you of a few events that happened in 1914. So those are the opals we've got. Beautiful opals. And I'll put this away so that I don't forget it next time. But as you can see, oh, well, you got to remember that the musicians of Salzburg, well, they were the rock stars of the time. So how do I put this politely? Debaucherous, I suppose. It's amazing to think that they didn't let that guy into concert halls because they were scared that he'd listen to the music and rip it off. By the way, I absolutely loved Salzburg, even if it's not the Salzburg you stayed at or lived in, or. But it's a beautiful place, and I love the skiing. I didn't ski, but I liked it. Like in Australia, we do have ski slopes, but how do I put this? Most of it spent, going around breaks in the snow and the grass. Am I going to ask the question? I am. What was the dirty version? Oh, it's a horse and carriage sans pants. Okay, everyone, schlang is out. Ah, yes. Yeah, it was very rock starry. "25 minutes of naughty bishops." Sadly, you can get that in Australia as well. All you have to do is be a choir boy. Yeah. I think Martin Luther, he was German, wasn't he? So I can't remember where he hung his 95 Theses. It was somewhere in Germany. Oh no, back then Germany wasn't a thing, and I think Austria was a thing, wasn't it? It was the Austro-Hungarians were around. Were you the guys that did the defenestrations? I think I was Hungary. Oh, what have I done? There's always one in every crowd. Show you what we're looking at the moment. Let's just zoom in. I won't put the black cloth out. Hopefully everything will behave. Can you see that? Nice and colourful. Yeah. even though there were some rather bad traits for Martin Luther, he did come up with a great quote, and it's from my perspective, it's not supposed to be a religious quote, although if you are religious, it does help. That he said, but for the grace of God go I, and that what he was meaning by that is, you can't choose who you are. So when you're judging that poor bastard down the street, you may as well be judging yourself. Yep. Yeah. The Austro-Hungarian Empire. When I was in, I have some friends who are Hungarians. The dude's name is Attila, which I do believe is quite an appropriate name, considering they are essentially descended from the Huns. But the thing is that they went over into Romania to a restaurant that was clearly a Hungarian restaurant and everyone was speaking Hungarian. And it was one of those fallout from the end of the war kind of things. And so I kind of understand why at the moment we've got a little bit of trouble over in Hungary with the new president. I don't know if the elections were free and fair and all that. But if there was going to be a nation that was not going to play ball, it would be the Hungarians, who had a very big empire and now don't have so big an empire. I remember, especially Attila, he was really quite patriotic and he loved his country. I'm not saying that he's a mad guy, but like, if it came down to it, yeah, he would fight for his country. So, you know, I understand their point of view. Can't say I agree with it, but I do understand it. What's the dude's name? Erdogan, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so yes, it was, because essentially Austria lost twice. There were a few people who were allied with Germany, so it was fairly bloodless when the Germans took over, though not 100% of the population liked it, from what I've heard. They couldn't do much about it because there was quite a groundswell of favour towards the people, we'll call it. So after that, they weren't given that good a term at the end of the war either. Also, they were on the Russian side of things, weren't they? Yeah, I should have boned up on that history of Austria, because I do know it's an independent nation. But at the same time, over here, we're kind of like, you know, Germany, Bavaria, Austria, blah, blah, blah. Don't really treat anything as different. Probably the tyranny of distance. The thing I consider to be the most ironic is the fact that that dude who started World War I, Archduke Ferdinand, he was the Crown Prince of Austria, I do believe. I don't think it was Hungary. I'm sure it was Austria. But he was quite moderate towards. Well, you too could get yourself an orange president, I suppose. You'll have to forgive me about my politics. I'm very blunt about my politics. At the same time, I like everyone. So if someone is of the opposite political party to me, even nastily so, I'll still have a drink with them. In Australia, we have a basic idea of who you're voting for. Oh, the other guy, you poor bastard. And they go, who are you voting for? Oh, the other guy, poor bastard. Well, didn't you have an Austrian trying to be president at one point? I'll be president. Look at that. That was just a free hit that Caleb gave me because that was so easy to do. I'll dot that up and we'll have ourselves a nice little opal. Let's have a look at these other two. I did that entire opal one-handed because I had these two in my hand. Let me have a look. This one, okay, this one's slightly harder. I reckon this one, hopefully, I'm correct because it'll be sad if this ends up being a disaster. But so that one looks like one of theirs too. Let me have a look. I'll treat it as one of ours as well, but I don't think it is. Bit too sandy. Caleb really did quite a good. Caleb did quite a good deal, and so there was no sand in them. It was really nice. He put out an ad for saying, "Oh, I've got these opals here for $100. If no one else takes them, I'll take another set when my pay comes in." It's not too bad having Trump as president. It's not ideal, I accept that, but just getting rid of this piece of potch in the middle. Right, one more. One more still. One more. I know I keep saying one more. Done. Right. Oh, thank you. I think that our friend Crazy for Seahorses is saying like and subscribe. I'm not going to say no to that. I am going to say, where did I put my opals? There they are. Right, let's have a look at these guys. This will be interesting because this guy is very... Sorry about that. Let's see. We'll just do the sides first and we'll just kind of smooth it out, round it down. We're all talking about European politics. Normally, there's at least one or two Russian bots on. You can tell me your point of view, so long as you keep it civil. Oh, and truthful. That's rather difficult for the bots. With a magazine called Pravda, you'd think. Anyway. You know what? I think my mother wanted to do the... She might have done the horse and cart one, you know. I'll give her a call and I'll tell you. How about that? I mean, not now, but later. So what's going to happen with this one, whilst we're actually, you know, seeing it's an Opal channel and all, I'm first going to smooth this guy off, get rid of the sand, and I'm probably going to cut it where that giant change in the height is. So we'll have two of differing thicknesses. Thank you for the like. Who said begging for likes didn't work? Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll just quickly get this, I'll at least get this level, because maybe we'll be looking at the... Oh, thank you, nobody. And welcome to the show yourself. That sounds passive aggressive. Welcome yourself. Right. So what we'll do is we'll just turn this over and see what's going on here. What we've got here is we've got here a opal from Caleb from Bailey Opals, Cooper Petey. And he's got his own business to run, but at the same time he does take the time to look after me, and I do appreciate that. And because of that, I take the time to look after him. So I'll show you what his kind of opal produces. No, I think that everyone's in it together, nobody. I think that, you know, YouTubing and all that sort of stuff, you say, oh, you've got to create community, but at the same time, I think the community's already there. You just tap into it, really. Okay, so this has given me ample reason to roll it in. I'll show you why. If you can see just that colour just sitting there, it's quite powerful, that colour. I'm just going to move it over to the left a bit. I think yeah, there you go. You can see that colour. From my angle, it's really bright. Maybe if I bring it down here. No, doesn't matter. But from my angle, it's really bright. And there is a little bit of brightness on this side, but what I might have to do is something called rolling in. Also, I've started to see, if we have a look here, let's zoom right in. That's as far as it's going to go. I'm going to need the black cloth after all. So, look, there we go. So, what we've got here, we've got that, you can see that colour that's just sitting there. There you go, there's that colour there, right? So if we have a look on this side, you can see that the colour is kind of right on the surface. But if we go over to here, you'll see that the colour actually kind of angles down. No, you won't see the colour angles down because it's not behaving. Let's try and do it that way. There you go. You can see the angle of the colour now. See that? Yeah. It is lovely colour. This is Caleb's doing. So you can see that angle. So basically, if I keep cutting it like this, I'm not going to get a stone, basically. So I'm going to start cutting, flattening it along this side and along this side, and we'll see what happens. Oh, and I think the Austrians would like that because, like, it's all about precision over there. I was stunned by the bin system there, actually, the recycling bins. Like, I didn't see anything like it in Australia. I know it sounds silly, going into a McDonald's and seeing the fact that you didn't put your rubbish away, you just put your tray away and someone else got the honour of putting the rubbish away. And when you went outside, there were like 15 bins, each for different kinds of recycling. Right, let me see. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to zoom out again. Sorry about that. Whoop, too far, a little too close. Okay. So I'm just looking at it myself, just trying to figure out exactly where to... That might be handy. Not as in a telephone. Oh, Austrians call a telephone a handy. In a mobile phone. I know the Germans do. I saw that on QI. Because how could anything be wrong on QI? Okay, so here's the intricacy and the worry. That dark patch looks like a bit of sand inclusion. So, and also this dark patch here also is obviously sand. So is it all going to behave itself up to that colour? That's the question we're asking. That's a 64-cent question. So let's just carve into that dark patch and see what we get. So far, so good. Let's have a look at the side. We're doing okay. Let's just take another bit off this end. As you can see, I'm slowly carving from both corners, and hopefully that will rectify the issue of the... The other thing you've noticed is if we go from this side, we'll go in here so you can see it. If we're going from this side, you'll... zoom.
For a second, I thought that Boudica laid a nail that egg.
Oh, what?
She didn't, but like, she looked like she was laying an egg.
She might be.
What?
Okay, so that definitely ill chicken is laying an egg. Great.
I don't think so.
Anyway.
She looked like it for a moment.
All right, so let's go back to the conversation. I'm trying to find it. I'll have to just point it out. Just right up at the top here, there's just the tiniest hint of green. When we go to this side, the entire thing has got colour. So basically what that means is that I've got to start angling it this way as well. Basically taking all that brown off is basically what we need to do. It's actually quite handy because what we've got is a situation where that brown needs to go and that brown needs to go. So if I do that right, I will actually straighten out the stone. There we go. The hills are alive with the sound of music. I lost 15 people by singing. Oh, you're back. I stopped singing. That's good. Oh, sorry. There you go. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Sorry about that. It's hard to remember all of the things. Whoop, that's not good for it. So what do we got? We got that one. We got... Yeah, we're going to have to just do it that way. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, okay. So we've got that. We've got to go where to? It's very easy to get disoriented when you're doing this. So what you're seeing is my desperate attempts to get this stone to straighten itself out, because when you mine them, they don't just sit there and have patterns in the right spot. I've been meaning to put in a complaint with management of the, opals as they grow, but they don't seem to listen. I think at this point in time, I know that there's someone who actually very often misses the sessions, and she feels very guilty about it. So I'm just going to say right now, for the sake of the rerun, Adele, it's all right. I don't care. For those of you who know who she is, don't hassle her too hard. Okay. It's very interesting that this yellow potch is going through. One of the interesting things that I do know about this yellow potch is that I've found a few rough opals with the yellow potch on it. Let me just check to see what that was. No, it's fine. Yeah, I found a few opals with this yellow potch on it, and yes, you do get yourself quite a nice stone out of it. I'll just carve this potch away. It's been handy as an indicator for where I need to cut. So it's like St. Elmo's fire of opal. Right. Oh, it's getting good. It's getting good. Shame Caleb isn't around to see this. He's alive, don't worry. It's just he's the guy who mined the opal, and he was on last night. And I think we're about to get a stunning gem out of this, and so I reckon he'd want to be around to see a beautiful gem emerge. Good morning, Danny. How you doing? What's the time here? In Australia, it's not quite morning. I think we've got about 3 or 4 hours to wait. It's a pleasure to have you on, Danny. I presume the United States is waking up as we speak. I reckon this thing, this Dremel might make a good alarm sound, don't you reckon? Yeah, there is something on there, isn't there? Let's try and get that off it. Let's see. It's literally something on it. It was a piece of hair or something. Found out that St. Petersburg, Russia is exactly the same time zone as Sydney, Australia, which is where I am broadcasting from. This Opal show is broadcast from Sydney, Australia. spoken and authorized by Philip for the Labour Party. I'm going to be so stereotypical about that. I'm going to be playing Rammstein. My joke is that as long as you've got a double kick going and some random guitar, you can count to 10 in German and it still sounds like death metal. I mean, even, was it, how are you? Big Gates. You know, that'd be great. Big Gates. See? Works. By the way, I have no idea how my accent is. I presume it's terrible. Metal with rap. Yeah, I don't mind them. Don't tell anyone, but I actually quite like Linkin Park. One thing I've noticed is that everywhere in the world we've finally started to become comfortable with hit tunes in their own language. It's about time. Gangnam Style, of course, was one of those ones. Look at that. Okay, let's show you. I can barely see it. When I shut the lights down, you'll see it nice. There's a lot in there. Let's have a look. Right, still got to keep going with this side. And then this side. When it's an actual face, I'm not so brutal with it. I round it rather than just slice it down. Yeah. Cool thing is, Twisted Sister, their song famously is "We're Not Going to Take It," but the South Americans, they sing "Huevos con aceite." Once again, sorry about the accent. My friends are Chilean and I'm Australian, so there's two versions of the corruption there. Huevos con aceite. Huevos con aceite. Okay. Going to create a lot of pain for myself if I don't start figuring out how to straighten this stone up. Probably easiest to go with the side that is the most trouble, which is this one. So I'm just going to take it right off. Look, that'll make it easier. Look, what's happened there? There we go. So now I've done that. sounds like I'm being a bit harsh. It's because I am. I'm absolutely hacking into this stone now, trying to get it to be even on all sides. I think we're going to make it. Good. Excellent. Basically shaping now. What I'll do though is I will try and work on the back. As long as I get the back flat, it should be fine. I can shape it with a dop stick. What do you mean I don't have a Scottish accent? Oh, hi, me wee laddie. Oh, you mean Scottish German? Well, that'd be a wee bit interesting. I broke into Welsh there. What would it be? Oh, Heinz. Oh, zwei. How am I going? How's my Scottish German? Mein Scottish Deutscher. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly angle it this way, and then I'll sort it out on the top stick. I'll probably yield dividends in the end. What would it be? Ich liebe dich, me wee lass. Oh. Ich liebe dich, mein kleiner Lassie. Okay, there we go. I'll turn this off so you can see it nice and good. Because that's not good at all. Hang on, let me just shade it so you can see perhaps. No, not working. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do what I try doing every time, and we will move this over so you can see it from my perspective. Because when I'm cutting it, I see very differently, as you can tell. Yeah, I know. I know that if I go over 100 viewers for maybe half an hour or so, I know that that's about 10,000 in the stream. So there's... Yeah, it does that. And the thing is, it's are you a streamer? I don't know, because once you get beyond the 1,000, it's a real grind to get to 1,000. Once you get beyond there, I wouldn't say it gets easier, but like the numbers start to increase. And getting the hours up is annoying, but no, this one's going into. I'll adopt that one very soon because it's actually quite a good one. It's actually quite a good one. That sounds so surprised. Here's the next one of Caleb's. I'm pretty certain that jumping viewers was associated with my amazing Scottish German accent. All right. Problem is, I know very little German, so once I'm done with hello and I love you, I'm pretty and counting. They might suspect that I'm neither Scottish nor German. Just so you know, this opal is a complete quandary because there is like 5 or 6 colour bars on it. I'll show it to you in a second. There's 5 or 6 colour bars on it, and they're all facing the wrong way, but they're enough that you can actually make a reliable stone out of it. So that's good. But I could cut it across the face that I'm doing now and get one of the colour bars. As a matter of fact, when I'm rolling it in, I'll definitely get one of the colour bars. That'll be good, because if the colour bar is more spectacular, then I'm probably better off cutting the opal on one of the bars than... As a matter of fact, what I will do is I'll cut it off right there, because that opal is a bit rubbish, so we'll find out soon enough. Wow. Okay, that opal just exploded on me. Don't see that every day. Where did it go? Here it is. Is that it? No, that's not it. Disappeared into the nether regions. Well, no, okay, I'll just keep working with this piece. Let's go and try and find the other bit. So let's see what this looks like. I think the sidebar looks better. Yeah, I think it does. We have another quandary here though, because we've got another angle we can go for. So let's just carve it for, okay. What I'll do is that could be a crack there. Okay, I'll show you. Just here where my thumb is, you can see a nick, and you can see just a little bit of a line. Okay. I think the first 100 is the hardest, mate. So, yeah, I think you're well on the way. Let's have a look and see. Can we see any of it? Okay, so I'm going to try and carefully peel this crack back. Have I subscribed to your channel? Everyone who's watching, if you take a minute to subscribe to Crazy for Seahorses, I will be delighted, in case you're interested. There you go, mate. Potentially another 66. So rather, well, do you want the clean version or the rude version? Sex on sex same. Is that right? Un sex same. No, sexig. Far out. Sorry. Oh, hi, sex und sexig. Oh, thank you. When I get off this, I'll try and subscribe to yours. I'm not sure that... Have you ever replied to any of my posts? That'll make it easier. I think there's a similar theme in this opal to the previous one. Not at all surprising on account of it's come from the same pocket, but just follow the yellow basically. Follow the yellow brick road. Whee! Follow the yellow brick road. Whee! Whiz, 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 whiz. Whiz on the opal. Whoop! Okay, I can see that this is going to result in tears if I don't do it this way, so I'm just going to carve it off like that. It'll break anyway, so I may as well carve it now. Have a bit of control over the process. Knowing my luck, one of these will fly away under pressure. Oh, there we go. Nice. Came off quite nicely. Still want to know where that other piece went. Did it go under here? Let me have a look. Maybe. Oh my goodness. There is a lot of opal under there. Thank you, my friend. Danke, I mean. Should have heard me in Austria. They got very sick of me trying to speak German. Oh dear. And I am thankful to the people who are leaving likes as well, by the way. Thank you. It does help the channel out. Oh, look at that. What to do, what to do. This is going to be double-sided. When Caleb was advertising his opals, which this came from, someone left a comment saying, "Ah, it's too grey." It ain't too grey. It is beautiful. What I'd say about that is too grey my ass. It's so good. So good. I am an absolute fan of Caleb's work. Oh, little tuk-tuk. So that tells me that I must have been a little bit silly. That means that you're originally from Austria, but you're probably in the Philippines or something. Cambodia, perhaps. Vietnam. Oh, really? So that means... So would you like the clean or the dirty version in my tuk-tuk? The Bowden version. Sorry, I'm a soil scientist, so I do know one word, Bowden. Are they? Well, if they were considered here as bicycles in Australia, they just run them over. Because I've ridden on the roads as a bike rider. It takes a certain kind of bravery. When I went to Amsterdam, I absolutely loved it because everyone was just riding bikes around and cars knew how to get around bikes. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, I think Australia's missing a trick with electric vehicles because I'm pretty certain, I mean, you're not going to go great distances, but I'm pretty certain you can just have a solar-powered car. Stopped in traffic, no trouble, solar powered car. The best way to describe it is harrowing in Australia. And I used to bike 40Ks and there and 40Ks back to the university. It was quicker, but you had to cross over motorways and stuff, like literally in the breakdown lane. Yes, 80 kilometres. Accent. On YouTube somewhere there's a video of me going at 80 kilometres an hour on the highway. Don't think I could do that now. Oh, 80 kilometres of range. Oh, okay. Okay, you just, okay. It's all understood now. I was going on my little thing and you happened to just kind of touch on my topic, so by saying 80 kilometres. Okay, so the only question is, can I enhance this somehow? Because you can see that. You can see that. They've got these stripes. I think that kind of looks nice. I like that. I've got to... Okay, because it's double-sided, I've got to be a little bit more cautious than normal. I'm trying to try and get some of that nice colour that's on down there. Yeah, got it. Perfect. So then we just... I think I should stop noodling this one around, but we'll just finish with this. Okay. Yeah. Normally they want wall to wall, but I like this one because it's kind of like back to front and wall to wall and side to side. So, you know, everywhere you go there's colour. I'll turn this off so you can see. So you can see that there's just colour literally everywhere on this stone. Really nice. Mostly reds, a few blues, bit of green, bit of yellow. And there's a bit of Australia there and a bit of Ukraine there. So good. So let me, I'm dopping that one up. That'll be a smasher. Let me have a quick look at what we've got else here. Like, I don't have a dearth of stones. I'm just wondering whether I should do this other one of Caleb's, because I've already cut this one in half. Or should I try a black opal? And black. Yeah, I'll try this one. This is a random black opal. So I don't know how this one's going to go, but we'll see. And I'll just have a quick look around, see if I can find some nice, because I'm thinking about my opal Magnus. So the nice finishing opal. That one might do it. We'll see. Let me just have a quick look over here, and maybe that one. What do you? Yeah, we'll do this one. This one might be more interesting. If not, I'll quit halfway through. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to zoom out so you can see what I'm doing. So first things first, let's give it a cut around the sides. Now, if I'm correct, I've picked a stone which has got some pretty spectacular insides. So I'm not, hopefully, I'm going by memory and not flying blind. There's a few of these stones I investigated more carefully with lasers and stuff. Thing is, if this ends up with a spectacular stone, then that's it. That's my Magnus Opal done. Right, you can see once again, we'll zoom in. The opal will probably be along that line. So you can see once again, I've got an issue with straightening it out. So that I will do. Now, if I straighten it out and this back ends up really good, I'm going to keep it. May even be able to slice it off and do another one. I may actually do this side because there's a bit of sand diving in, so it might actually require me to do this side. But that's a later problem. We'll just get the sides sorted out first. Just so you know, I'm excited by this bubbly bit here. Doesn't look like much, but let's just see what happens when we clear it. Oh, okay, so once again there's a plot thickening with the facing, so let me just try and work this one out. So from there, because grinding the face is for losers. Now, I'm not just doing this because I can. I'm wondering if there is something to be gained from having a look at what's on the other side of this as well. Because I can see another little bit of potchy potch. So we'll see what's happening. Hopefully I haven't destroyed the entire thing. There we go. Interesting. Ice stone. Where is it facing from? If you want to know why it's called an ice stone, does that make it any sense? Blame Pulitzer Opals, he started that little craze, and it's not too long ago either. So it's a new kind of thing. Well, that is amazing. I don't know what you're seeing, but this thing is like, it's not the most amazing stone ever. It's just intriguing. That's the best way of describing it. It's got weird kind of hints of colour everywhere. Blah, 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 blah. What I'll do is I'll dot that up and I'll polish it up. It'll look very strange. Very interesting, I think. Let's have a look at the other side of that guy. Where is it? Here it is. So the deal was there was actually some potch right at some sand right in there. So what I'll do is I'll carve through that sand. Thought as much. Another little ice stone here. You see that? Not that you can connect it to iTunes or anything. Although, I think you can line up at the Apple store and say this thing doesn't work properly. Line up as long as you like. To be honest, that's a little bit disappointing. Let me just see what the rest of this has to show us. Got more sand right in there. Whee! I don't know which one it was. Oh, that bit. So look through here. Oh, I see. We'll see what happens. I have to clear the sand out, and it's right in the middle there. And there is some colour, but I think the clearing the sand out has ruined that. Not beaten by sand. Sand's just there. Thought so, look at that. So on this section here, there's a little bit of colour, but it's just too thin. I might double it with it if I can. Getting anything? Don't think so. Ignore. Right, so what I'll do quickly is I'll just quickly carve this bit off because I think I know what this is. After all that work for nothing is a tiny little stone. 10 seconds, done. You can sell one of those for 20 bucks. Clearly, it's more economic to do those things all day. But they don't always turn out like that. What we got here. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Can't mistake that material for anything else. It's the lightning ridge stone, this one. Okay, this one will just be one with a nice little stripe down the middle. That's okay. Unless, of course, something weird happens here, which it could do. Sometimes I dish them out like this. I figure out a way to make jewellery that's concave to suit this, but sometimes I do it. Right, there we go. Nice. Not $1 million stone or anything, but nice. Just nice. 50 bucks on a good day, I reckon. Sometimes you go, I'll throw this one in free for you. This is the one you throw in free. Now, it was promising to be something nicer, but that's alright. Not too bad. I'll dop it up and turn it into something beautiful. Okay, if this one doesn't work, we're going straight to this one. Here goes. I'm literally going to carve into it, have a look at it, and if I don't like it, we're going straight to the big one. Amazing how any of my equipment survives, to be honest. Ooh. What have we here? Oh, we got something. Come on in, Spinner, you can do this. Australian gambling term, come on in, Spinner. For a game called 2 Up, which is only legal one day every year, Anzac Day. Now this is getting interesting. There is a slight amount of colour just in the edge there, and I don't know which way is going to present that colour. Neither might do it, but what will do is I do need to get the back sorted, so I'll assume this is the back for the time being and just clean it up. Certainly don't want to go too gung-ho into this because a black backing might be nice. Right, let's go into here. Okay, that tiny little piece of opal ain't gonna make a difference, so I may as well just carve it off because it's too thin. And hope to hell there's actually more of that, or else I've just carved off the only piece of precious, which won't go well on my resume. I don't think it was the only bit. We're about to find out. No, here it comes. Here it comes. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Do I dare hope? I think there's something good here. Please forgive me if it all falls apart. Come on, you can do this. Ah. Surely there's something here. Come on, show me the money. Can you cut yourself on that? Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Theoretically, yes, but not usually. Oh, come on, that's just not fair. This is one of these stones that sits there and just teases you with, maybe I'll be a stone. Maybe I won't. Just there. Okay, it's also, okay, it's the way it's facing, I think. Let's just have a quick look on this side. Got to straighten it out anyway. May as well find out if there's any monkey business going on here. No monkey business, you little opal, you. Well, 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 what have we got here? If you scroll to the beginning of the sesh, you'll see Borica. She was conscious. Okay, I'm not gonna. It's just in the outside. I'm not gonna try anymore. You tell me. I'm nearly finished here, so when I've done this, I'll go back and have a look at Borica. I might just muck around with the other cockatoos as well. For those of you who are wondering what I was talking about, the thing that Adele went, or okay, oh, collection of curiosities, sorry, not Adele. Well, it is Adele, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Going to cut this piece off. Finally. Well, at least it didn't smack me in the face. Where did it go? That's why, ladies and gentlemen, we always wear eyeglasses and shockproof vests and other things. Oh, so where did it go? Literally just... must have gone behind here. No, not down there. How could it just disappear? No, not there. Oh, there it is. Found it. There is definitely a bit of colour back in her. What I did, not exactly a cheat, but I actually... she gets painkillers twice a day. And so I made sure that I started the stream right after I'd given her the painkillers. Not during giving her the painkillers, because it's a bit brutal, to be honest. But you have to. Also some antibiotics. So a lot of shoving things down an unwilling chicken's throat. I don't think that makes good viewing. Has to be done. Oh, I know. Probably better off not. But anyway, afterwards, because she's had the pain relief in her, she's sitting there going, "Oh, I'm feeling a lot better. I wonder what had just happened." I'm ready to fight off that guy who keeps trying to put that weird stuff in my throat. It's got nothing to do with me feeling better. It doesn't take me long to wear out this blade. I think these larger blades actually wear out a bit quicker than the other ones. Yeah. And she's definitely improving. I can't remember, but was she eating? I think she was, yeah. Because she was eating this afternoon. Yeah. The interesting thing is she still she shakes her neck like there's something stuck in her throat an awful lot, and so I'm going, yeah. She acts like she's got something stuck in her throat. I'm thinking it's probably the fox has done more damage to the neck than we first thought. I mean, you just got to hope it gets better. I hope there's no spinal damage, but you know. Also interesting getting the back done. Oh, thank you for the like. Here it comes. Oh yeah. Hopefully this opal goes deep enough for me to be able to get rid of the defects, but sometimes the defects in the opal are kind of in the same layer. Yeah, I suppose you'd have trouble eating if you had an antibiotic the size of a watermelon shoved down your throat. I think it's hilarious because the vets refer to chickens as exotics. I know what they mean. Basically, they spend all of this time studying a veterinary degree, and they spend 99% of their time after that cutting the balls off dogs. Right, let's see if we can. So this guy's going to be a big mofo. Yep. Totally replaceable. $400. I'm not going to pretend that I'm like in, dire financial straits, because like I know there are other people who are possibly in a worse position than me, without pointing any fingers. But the thing is that I don't think anyone can just go, fork over $400 for chicken. So we are upgrading from replaceable livestock to livestock that I will be very upset if I have to replace, for various reasons. Absolutely. She's smart too. Like, face facts, chickens aren't the brightest, but for a chicken, she's quite smart. She can hear who's approaching. She knows when I am. That's not necessarily a good thing, because she's like, oh no, more medications. But she can tell when my youngest daughter's approaching too, and when my oldest daughter, actually when anyone's approaching, with her eyes closed and no blood in her head, which is pretty good. I mean, she's not likely to do any of that African grey parrot nonsense anytime soon, but I think surviving a fox bite has to come into some kind of territory. By the way, I'm calling that frog in the background Ploppy. He just sounds like a bubble fart. Yeah. I think, I'm not going to call her a one-trick pony, but taking on a fox. Yeah. When I turn off the device, you'll hear it. He's a big little fella too, for a frog. Hey! Nearly hurt myself. Okay, so that's probably going to have to go. Just going to go shorten this a bit. But we need symmetry, sir. Come on, you can do this. Right, time to hear the plops. Plop, plop, plop. Yeah, let's go see her now. Hope she's not crashed out and, expired. New innovations here. Air conditioner. Sadly, this is just not up to scratch. It overcompresses the compressor, and so it starts making a noise. You've got to turn it off.
Please don't film me, I'm leaving.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
Yeah, I'll be turning off the lights very, very soon. Actually, Max, you can come out. He's older than Loki. Loki doesn't care anyway. You can come out, Max. Hang on, I'm just going to grab that. Sorry. It's okay, it was just a moth. She's doing all right. There she goes, she's up. Hello. She can only manage this for a few minutes at the most, but she is way more alert. Go to sleep, it's okay. As you can see, she is much, much better. It's okay, you can go to sleep. Might try and feed her something. Look at that. By the way, I put her onto a log. She seems to be much more comfortable with that. Yep. Good idea. There we go. All right, nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to put those bags away, that's all right. Now, Max. Hello. Good night, Max. Scratchy poo. Yeah. But you saw, she starts to react to us now. Yeah. I'm giving Max a little bit of latitude because he's been a bit neglected these last few days. Tell you what, looking after 4 birds, one being high dependency, it's been like a high dependency nursing unit right in this house. Yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but I googled how much blood they have, and the answer is not a lot. They cope with blood loss far worse than we do, and that makes sense because I always describe birds or dinosaurs really as like the Ferraris of the animal kingdom, and us, the mammals, we're the tanks. So we can cop an astounding amount of damage and just keep going. Birds can't. Yeah, that's right. So the calculation is 5% a day of the blood volume. So that means that at the moment she's made up 15%. And when you think about it, 15% improved, that sounds about right. What I might do is I might go onto the computer and nerd the calculations properly and just keep a tracker going. I might even have a rough go at finding out how much fluid's going in, because what I'm doing at the moment is I've taught the kids how to feel the crop to see what's gone in. Oh yeah, there's no doubt she's doing well. Like when I first saw her, like I didn't want to film her because she just looked dead. She looked like she was going to die. Very little point in filming her. So basically, if you've ever felt a chicken with a full crop, you know that those things bulge. Like, basically, how do I put it? Sorry to use the metaphor here, but a grandma boob is what a crop feels like. That sounds terrible. But not that I felt that many grandma boobs. Sorry, did I get to... Yeah, that's right. I agree. Well, yeah, I know, but you bit me, dude. No, so sorry. All right, yeah. It's just the best metaphor I could think. Whoa. Okay. Well, that's it. 2 strikes and you're out. What was I doing? I was doing nothing. I beg to differ, she says. He says. It says. Oh my goodness, my pronouns. Ah, dear. Loki, how you doing? I'm going to give you attention now because Max is being a C star T. I'll see you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, Max. He's off to Tuesday. You're joking, right? Look at this. Butter wouldn't melt in his beak. It might be Thursday, you never know. Cunt. Yeah, I could hiss too. All right. We're having a full-on staring competition. If you want to guilt trip the cockatoo, you have to out-dominate them. Guess what, Max? I'm about to dominate. Da, 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 da. Boing. Ha ha! I am bigger than you. Scratchy boo. Oh, you don't like that, do you? But you notice that, like, if you have a look at the hand here, there's absolutely no damage. So he's just trying to, he's literally being a see you next Tuesday. He's not trying to hurt me. Come, pony. Little cuddle, and then we're going to bed. Yoink. Whee. Right. It's all right. Come here. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's the end of the show. Is that the end of the show, Pony? Yes, I'm a show pony. Fair enough. That's the end of the show. Yeah, hi, Pony. Adele says hi. Say hi to Adele. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people, they're very, very jealous of the fact that I could just grab her and splatter against my chest like this. What's going on? There you go. But anyway, she says good night. I say good night because it's been another rough day for me. Yeah. Here she goes. Hello. So like and subscribe on the way out if you enjoyed it. I'll be cutting opals and, you know, I'm sure something else is going to show up and look hopeless. And I'm going to have to look after that. You got to wait until the other ones have fixed themselves before we deal with that. But at any rate, yeah. So good night, everybody. I'm sure it's in the morning in the United States. Had to cook, did you? What did you miss from the cooking? The opal was all right. Speaking of had to cook, lamb roast. Yoink. I'll be having that after the live stream. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to remember what happened. Well, Adele showed up. That was cool. And this show's about to end, basically. Oh, you can see Max if you want to. Say goodbye to Max. You going to say anything, Loki? Say goodbye, Mr. Seahorse. Or Hare Seahorse. Oh, that's nice. Mushrooms and dumplings. My daughter is making dumplings all the time now. So, there you go. All right. See you guys around. Back to me. Back to Pony. Yay! Adele says goodnight, Loki. Max is trying to get in on the action. All right. See you guys around. Good night, and Dr. Phil out.